Morning, my name is Gary Gilbert. I'm the chairman of United Citizens for Better Neighborhoods, and I think I have more of a statement, more so than a question. This is pretty difficult for me at this point, because what I'm referring to, it has a little to do with the housing authority, but it has more to do with the police department, so it's not doing details, so y'all know. What this has more to do with, this has to do with the article that was in the paper that had to deal with the police department being accused of discrimination. And the hardest part for me is based on the statement that I read in this particular article that said that, in waiting to see what the investigation turns up, he believes the Antioch Police Department needs to do a better job of reaching out to Antioch's minority community. In council chambers, I've asked Chief Hyde what we're doing to diversify the police force. I think it's the obligation of the council has to the community. Any racial intolerance is something I find very unacceptable and move aggressively to correct it. With this, I think that the individual that made this statement, you have a fiduciary responsibility to protect the interests of this city before you actually find our police department guilty of discrimination that hasn't been proven yet. So I'm extremely disappointed in this. And I think that we all know that this statement was made by you, Mr. Moore. And this was an extremely disappointing statement for me. And I think that we've all seen that the chief is doing everything that he can to diversify this police department. In addition, and I'm really thankful that he took the time to show the members of his family, which did include African-American youth, African-American friends, and others as well, because from what I've seen since he's been here, he's done more for this community, especially minority community, than I've seen any other chief do. And I think that for him, if he's still here, that for the people in this room that support what the CAT team is doing, that supports what the chief is doing, that supports that we're trying to turn the situation around that we've had in this community, if you support that, would you do me a favor and stand up, please? And I just want you to understand, Mr. Moore, that you did this city a great disservice by assuming that the CAT team has been discriminating against anyone in this community. Thank you.
Well, I think there are many of us who are disappointed this morning, because I think you opened up, and as I remember, and what I just heard Mr. Gilbert say was that I was waiting for this investigation to be completed before I passed judgment. And I'm not sure what's wrong with waiting for an investigation to be completed before you pass judgment and take an action to correct and cure a perceived problem. If there is a problem, and through the process it was proven that there were some problems, and I think this council has a responsibility to the entire community to do the right thing and to put in policies and procedures to ensure that the rights of all members of our community are protected without regard for socioeconomic, racial, or ethnic background. And so I'm not sure what was wrong in that statement. It sounded like a little bit of politicking, but I'm not going to go there. But I don't understand where the problem is in making a statement that I want to wait until the investigation is completed. Now, on the second piece, I did talk to Chief Hyde in a public forum about how we can diversify our police force. Many members of this community for a large number of years have asked me, well, where's the diversity in our police force? And I was very pleased by what I saw this morning. In fact, I walked over to Chief Hyde and told him, shook his hand and said, wow, I was very impressed. I wasn't aware in the latest recruiting class that we had reached those numbers. Those numbers were very, very impressive. I was very pleased with seeing that. Now, if that does not please this audience, I'm sorry. I thought I did nothing wrong by making a statement that said I wanted to wait and see. If I did see something or the investigation turned something that was improper, that this council had an obligation to act. And if I've offended anyone here, I do apologize, but I think any responsible, respectful adult can understand where I was coming from. And I hope each and every one of you do understand that. If you don't, I'm sorry.